Almost every university course expects students to complete weekly readings from textbooks or other materials. Knowledge gained from readings is critical to the student's success in the course. However, it is difficult for an instructor to determine whether the student have, in fact, completed their assigned readings. Regular assignments, such as essays or problems, produce artifacts that can be graded to show completion and evaluate quality. However, reading assignments produce no artifacts to grade. As a result, students are often less motivated to complete the reading assignments. In our past studies, supported by the National Science Foundation, we discovered that students are much more willing to perform non-mandatory and non-gradable self-assessment problems online if their progress is clearly acknowledged by the user interface and if this progress can be clearly compared to the average class progress and the progress of their peers. In our current project, we attempted to use the motivational power of progress visualization to encourage student reading. The idea is the same: acknowledge students' progress and compare it with their classmates. The new project is called Reading Circle, and it is a progress-based social reading interface. The name comes from the circle hierarchical visualization of student reading progress, known as a sunburst, which is the main component of the interface. The sunburst visualization shows the whole picture of student readings. The inner circle represents lectures, while the next level represents readings assigned for that lecture. Each new subsequent level represents the hierarchy of chapters, sections, and subsections. Reading Circle covers several important needs. First, it provides an overview of all reading tasks. The size of each segment represents the number of pages to read. This helps students budget their time. Second, it provides easy direct access to all reading materials. Each segment on the graph is a link to the corresponding reading material, even down to chapters, sections, and subsections. Third, it clearly illustrates a student's personal progress, lecture by lecture, chapter by chapter, section by section. Progress for each unit is color-coded. The darker a segment is, the more reading has been done. This makes it easy to tell at a glance which sections have been studied extensively, which still have to be completed, and which have not yet been started. Fourth, Reading Circle allows students to compare their own progress to the rest of their class. As you can see, these thumbnail images allow me to see how my reading compares to the class average or to the progress of my most active peers. To make a more detailed comparison, I can open class or peer progress next to my progress and clearly see where I'm doing well and where I lag behind. We know that social comparison is a strong driving force for encouraging user activity, but it might not work well for every student. To compensate for that, Reading Circle allows me to compare myself not only to the progress of others, but to my own progress in past weeks. Our hope is that Reading Circle will help motivate student reading and help them to get to the right content at the right time. Yet we still have to prove it in classroom studies. We have already tested a prototype of the system in spring